Good afternoon. It's March 2nd and I'm getting ready to make vanilla. Homemade vanilla with rum. I'm using spiced rum, and then in another jar I'm going to use vodka. Okay. There's different ways that you can make your homemade vanilla, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, so I get my vanilla beans through Amazon, and this is what I get. And there's 50 of them in here. And I'm going to put 25 in a jar, okay? Because these are 32-ounce jars. And let's see, I got in my notes, if you use 5 to 6 vanilla beans, use 8 ounces of liquor, okay? If you use 12 ounces of liquor, you're going to use 7 beans. If you use 32 ounces of liquor, you're going to use 25 beans in each jar. And this is a great time to make the homemade vanilla, because it's not, obviously I don't like imitation vanilla. I never did. And I just started making my own vanilla 2 years ago. These lasted me 2 years, okay, with all the baking that I do. So you store these for 3 to 6 months, and it's a great timing to do it now. So by time the holidays come, fall comes, when you do most of your baking when it gets colder out, because you don't want your oven on in the summer, blah, 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 is the best time to do it now, okay? So like I said, I got these on Amazon, the beans. So what I do first is, of course, you wash your jars really good and sterilize them, okay? You know, the liquor will sterilize them. And I want to put something else too. Your alcohol has to be over 80 proof, okay? Has to be over 80 proof. And I take each bean and I slice them in half. I don't cut them. So I've seen a lot of people, they cut their beans. I just slice them in the middle. Okay. See if you can see this. And all the essence is inside there. Okay. See it? You want that. You want that in your jars, okay? So there's one. Can you see me slicing these up? Yeah. You're kind of opening up the bean, like I said, and you're getting the essence out. And I kind of force it open a little bit, because it tends to not want to open. There, that's a good. Okay. Cool. That's what you want. When you get your vanilla beans out of the bag, they're kind of like wet. Okay? That's why I put them in this bowl here instead of just leaving them on the counter. So how is everybody? Is everybody doing good? I hope so. got 4, 3. Now the Madagascar vanilla beans are a little pricey, but you figure how much a little bottle of vanilla is. And like I said, this lasts me 2 years. Okay, so you think of the math in that. I'm not sure exactly how much vanilla is right now, but I'm sure it's high. It's been so long since I've bought any. Well, it's been 2 years. The prices at the store just keep going up and up. Sometimes you can get a deal on things, and sometimes it just keeps going up. It's just ridiculous. Something's got to give, and I'm going to do a video on preparedness. And how I prepare for things like a just in case scenario. I'm not trying to be a doomsday person, but you just never know. It could be anything. I mean, here in Ohio, we're getting into warmer weather, which is going to create, you know, summer thunderstorms, spring thunderstorms. And we tend to get tornado warnings here in Ohio. So, I mean, it's not just doomsday preparedness. It really isn't. It's other things too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's 6. It's like, look at my hands. But it smells really good. It's really strong. Strong. Let's cut it in half. I might just start cutting because I'm losing track of my count. I noticed doing a grocery store order and then I have it delivered. I noticed that they're always out of stock. They're always out of stock of stuff. Like they're out of stock of my ketchup. They have ketchup. Don't get me wrong. They have ketchup. But the ketchup that I get and the ounces that I get, they've been out for 2 weeks now. And it's just weird to me. You know, it started with the sickness we had in 2020. And it just seems like it's never recovered. You know, it's like, oh, wow, I used to buy this, you know. And you go to the store or you have it ordered. Because I don't go to the store anymore. I try to avoid going to the grocery store anymore. Oh, that one's good. I did that one really good. What I'm trying to think is, what else? Like I use hairspray, okay? My hairstyle that I have now requires hairspray. And I like my hairstyle. I know it's kind of like, you know, the 80s vibe, but I like my hair this way. And to leave it the way it is, I have to spray it, and they do not sell my hairspray anymore. they don't sell my shampoo anymore either. So I had to change up my shampoo. Try to think of what else that they don't sell. It's just like all of a sudden they don't sell it anymore. Ooh, this one's a very thin one. And I'm going to go like that. Okay. Getting there. We finished grinding down the wheat, and I got to find a bread recipe that uses the winter red berries, and I'm going to make that, and I'll put it on a video. I'm excited for that, to see if it tastes good or not. It'll be really cool, because that would be literally from garden to table, right? All right, so we got, let's see, how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ooh. And using this many, okay, so using this many beans like I am, I could leave these beans in here. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. This is what I put my vanilla in. These bottles. When they're done being in the jar. And like I said, it's about 3 to 6 months. You want to go 6 months. It's just stronger. It's better. And then here is, this is the rum, which I'll clean this out, but you can see the remnants of the vanilla in there. And that's what I'll do. I'll put them in here. And then if this doesn't fill this, which I know it does, and I still have the beans and they still smell fresh, I'm going to put more alcohol in this. Okay, let's see how that goes. So let's splice these out. Some people make their vanilla, homemade vanilla out of whiskey too. I've never done that, but I like the spiced rum and I like the vodka. I've never tried whiskey. And I don't even know if there's any more liquor that you could make, you know. make vanilla, homemade vanilla. So actually what you're doing here is you're fermenting with, you know, with the vodka and the rum. It's exactly what you're doing. It's, you know, you could do this with mint leaves. You could do, you know, with vodka. You could do this with lavender. Okay, see what I'm saying? Okay, so there's that, and any residue here, because you want that inside there. So there's 25 there. And how many did I say was in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got an extra one. So what I'll do is I'll cut it in half. They gave me an extra one, unless I counted wrong. I don't believe I did. Stick one in there. Open it up a little more so the essence will get out. So my vanilla will be stronger. And so will yours. And I store these in a dark place and periodically shake them up. Okay, a cool, dark place. Okay, look at that. You want that in your jar. Okay? Definitely. That is the vanilla. That's the part that you want in the alcohol. Okay, I can tell you something that they don't make anymore that I cannot find. And I can only find it like at specialty stores. And when I bought it last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, went there was 2 boxes left. I should have bought them. I should have bought both boxes, but I left one. And they're called, it's Old London is the makers of these crackers. And they're Melba crackers. They're Melba toast. So they're kind of, I don't know. They used to come, well, they come in circles, little circle crackers. You make bruschetta on them or cream cheese. I don't know. I like them. I like them sometimes with just plain butter. And these, man, it's called Melba toast. Okay? Can't find these anywhere. Nowhere. And it's made by London, Old London. Can't find them anywhere. I love them. They're 7 crackers are 110 calories. So if you use these crackers for lunch, it's 110 crackers and have some kind of a cheese, you know, cut up some mozzarella cheese or something and eat them. Because, man, sometimes it's really hard for me to figure out what I want for lunch. Because I don't like to eat a heavy lunch. You know, so lately I've been skipping lunch. But anyway, actually right now I'm on a fast. I'm doing a fast right now. And I've never done a fast. I'm doing a fast to reset my body. Okay? That's why I'm doing a fast right now. I feel a little shaky, but I feel okay. I can still think and stuff, and I haven't been overexerting myself today. I feel okay. So it's for 5 days. Friday will be my last day of fasting. Now I'm drinking tea and taking some supplements. Wow, it's stuck to my fingers. This is taking forever. Almost there. I'm going to start my seeds for my garden, which I'm not sure exactly all the seeds that I'm gonna plant, but definitely tomatoes, because I want to make tomato sauce slash pizza sauce. I want to do that. I don't know if we're going to be in a drought this summer. The Farmer's Almanac isn't effective anymore. They stopped doing the Farmer's Almanac now. Isn't that great? See, that's one of the things that I'm telling you about, that things just get canceled. They're gone. It's like, it's just weird. I love the Farmer's Almanac. Does anybody, do you guys, read it? You can actually you used to be able to get the Farmer's Almanac. You didn't have to buy the book. You could just get it online and see in your region of what the weather's going to be like in the winter, the fall, the winter, and the spring and the summer. You would be able to look that up, and it was right on. Usually it was right on. If you were going to have a bad winter, if you were going to have a drought in the summer. Now, I don't know, but it predicted a drought last summer, and we did. It was hot. It was drought, and that's why I got to be careful what I plant, because it requires a lot of water, and our utilities are very, very high. Now, I have a thing that I use to save water, but if it doesn't rain, I don't have water. Because what I'm saying is my grow bags require to be watered every day. So when you use a grow bag on your patio or use pots, you have to make sure you water them every day or check them. You got to check them every day. You don't want them to be dry, especially if you're starting seeds. The seeds have got to be watered every day. And that's why I keep my seeds in my little plastic cups, and I put them on my kitchen table, and they get the afternoon sun, which they will start, growing towards it when they get long and lengthy, whatever they call it. So then I just turn the tray around. I keep turning it. And then when they get big enough and the weather is, warm enough, which I would say 40 degrees or above, 40 degrees, I'm going to put them out in my greenhouse. Okay? I already checked my greenhouse last week, and it was nice and warm. But I don't want to go out in my greenhouse and water my plants, because you got to check them every day. Especially like today, if I would have did that last week, I would have to go out there in the snow. It snowed about an inch. And water my plants, well, seeds. Wow, this is crazy. Ah. All right. So get the essence in there. And I'm going to wash my hands. Make sure your counter's dry if you pick this off of there. So I have these, no, I got to label these. So give me 1 minute. I got to wash my hands really, really fast. you have nails, it's going to get under your nails. But it comes right off. It's not like dyeing my skin. Okay? It comes off. It doesn't dye your skin. All right, so I'm going to get labels so I know which one's vodka and which one's rum. And there's certain things that I like to use. Like sometimes I like to use the rum vanilla in certain things, and sometimes I like to use the vodka vanilla. The vodka vanilla I use for like cookies and stuff. My tiramisu, I use the rum. Just to give it that bite, you know? So we're gonna go vodka. And I'm gonna put 2026 on here. So I use some masking tape and I put it at the bottom of the jar. Okay? There's no expiration date. And if it worries you, smell it. Every time you open it, smell it. But here's my lids from last year. And you see I made these in October 29th, 2022. So I'll make sure I put this vanilla in this rum. All right, here we go. I got the Smirnoff here. I got 90 proof, okay? And you're gonna fill it all the way to the top. Can you see it? Perfect. You want those down in there. So just push them down, okay? Check them. They'll start sinking down in there, but always check them. Put your lid on. Wrist tight. You don't want it, you know. You do wrist tight when you're canning, but you don't want this so tight you can't get it off. You just want it wrist tight. So you just limp your, okay. Shake it up real good. There's that. Now the rum. I have a little bit of rum left over from last time, which I don't understand why. Maybe this bottle has more in it. Let me see. Can't tell how many milligrams this is. Oh, here we go. 750. This is probably 752. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I think last time I didn't make as much, but I'm making it this time. All right. Can't get it open. Oh, this is not good. There we go. And this is the spiced rum. Okay? And it is 70 proof. Shake it up. And there you go. See it? There's the rum. Just let them sit in there and shake them every once in a while, you know. I would shake them at least once a day for a few weeks. I would do that. Okay, and that's how you make vanilla, not imitation vanilla. Real vanilla, 100% pure vanilla. It's worth it. It really is. So I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you on the next video, and I will try to gather up some things in my head and make a list of how to be prepared times, how to be prepared in times that are just sketchy times, you know, where you're not, don't be scared, just be prepared, and you should be prepared for anything. Like I said before, we're getting into the tornado season, okay? Stuff like that, okay? I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.